Hello, 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 welcome to the show. This is Lohengram. Today we are playing League of Legends. Specifically, we are playing Garen in the top lane. And who is their top laner? Top Fizz. Okay, in that case, Doran Shield. Doran Shield 1 pot. I don't normally like starting Doran Shield 1 pot, but against a primarily magic damage top laner who uses single target spells, it's more effective. And we will wait in the bush. And do I want to start Q or do I want to start E?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Always remember to GLHF because, you know, be polite, have fun with it. It's a game. Okay, do I want to start Q or do I want to start E? Q will keep him from using spells when I hit him and give me an extra auto attack. E does more damage overall, though limits and may harass him. Depends what he starts, actually. I think Q is the best, though. Just came from doing most of his damage. Q, then E, then max E. Probably that tank. Yeah, I've never actually played against a tank Fizz in the top lane. I've heard it was a really common thing for a while, but I never saw it. Only ever saw mid Fizz. Let's see. Start farming. He's not here. So, there he is. I find pinging missing only occasionally lets people know that he's not there. Other times it just summons your opponent to lane for some reason. Alright. Managed to out-trade him there. I believe I'm tankier than him early on. My base stats are better. Tower shot there. Probably should not have done that, but I have the sustain that can handle it, and I want him to burn his potions. Because that's the only thing that's going to keep him in lane. And we have level 3 already. Damage off on the tower. We don't really want to attack Fizz under his tower because we'll draw aggro, so... And I have a few seconds left before I can put a ward down there. Let's see... Yeah, now I can put a ward down, so I'll come up and get that minion. And now I'll go put down a ward and let Fizz push that wave back. When his forces are in the central area, I can fight him and punish him for his hubris in taking Fizz top lane. Fizz is a mid lane champion, people. I don't care what his most popular build's been for the past while. Well, I actually screwed that up. I could have killed him there if I'd played properly, and I shouldn't have lost that much health. What do I get for smacking my mouth about Fizz not being a proper top laner?
First blood.
Fizz has no teleport, which is good. Means the other lanes can push a little safer, knowing that he can't do anything to stop them. see, 900 gold. I think I want 1200 before I go back, yeah. So I want to pick up an early Spectre's Cowl. That should cut a lot of Fizz's damage.
I stand ready. DEMACIA marches as one.
At this point, I think I should back off. He has kill pressure on me now.
I bring justice.
So I'll recall and buy some items. Longsword should help me chunk him down, and a Null Magic Mantle should cut his damage.
An enemy
Longsword, Null Magic Mantle, and we have enough for boots and a health potion.
Our courage must never waver.
Make sure our stuff is in the right place. And run back to lane. We are going to lose out on money and experience from these minions because of that. But it was the smart decision. If Fizz got fed, that would be terribly upsetting.
Deeds shape the future.
He would just be killing my entire team later on, and the rage and the salt would be very real. Yeah.
Never forget why.
Garen should be a good champion to actually deal with Fizz, though. He's huge, he's very tough to kill, and he does large amounts of damage himself, and he, as you saw earlier, is a really powerful lane bully. And do a good job of denying Fizz farm. And I just got my ultimate ability. Oh god, it is Tank Fizz. Disgusting. Still doing mostly magic damage though, because he picked up a Bomby's Cinder, so he has that little AoE magic damage effect around him. However, once I get Ignite up, he should go down without too much difficulty.
In the king's name.
He does a large amount of damage though, regardless. I don't remember Fizz's base damage being that amazing. But yeah. My passive is Garen is kicking in, which is a large amount of health regeneration while I'm out of combat. Ah, God damn it. Should have ulted immediately. God damn it, minions.
I'm coming.
And nothing to do but back off and let him go. The thing with Fizz, he's meant to be an assassin champion who builds a lot of damage and dives into the enemy team and kills a priority target and gets out. Building him as a tank has been an off-build that happened when Riot over-nerfed him at one point. But, yeah. He's been so effective with it, though, apparently. Like, he was actually a very popular professional pick for a long time. And I'm finding out why.
Strength of DEMACIA.
I am out-farming him, though, which is good. If I can't kill him, I should at least be out-farming him.
Protect our land.
Yep.
Our deeds shape the future.
An ally has been slain.
Alright, Fiddlesticks is down in the enemy jungle. I'd probably try and take some of its camps if that's the case. Yeah, that is one of Fizz's abilities, Playful Trickster. Lets him jump up on a pole and become not immune to damage, but untargetable. I can't hit him with any of my attacks or abilities while he's up there. And then he can jump off of it and dash away. It's something a lot of people hate about Fizz. I actually quite like the ability and find it very fun to use, but it can be very annoying to play against, as you saw right there. It lets him avoid a lot of damage that he otherwise would have to take.
I'm fine with him burning mana on it. Fizz doesn't have a lot of mana, especially early, especially when he's not building mana.
Our courage must never waver.
And like I said, if I get Ignite up, I should be able to kill him. Let's see. I apologize if this doesn't seem that exciting. Top lane's considered the island in League. Oh, he's backing. Top lane's considered the island in League for a reason. Most of the fun in it comes from the highly precise duels between the two champions, as they don't really get as much help from the other members of their team early on. Thing is, he's not playing a champion, he's playing a fish who just hops away whenever we try to fight. So there isn't any dueling, which is unfortunate. Alright.
I will run as long as I stand.
Alright.
Thank you, Shyvana. So yes, what we just killed was a neutral monster called the Rift Herald. That'll give me a fairly decent buff that'll last for the next 20 minutes. Alright, and grabs. I call it potions.
I stand ready.
They got Dragon. Which version of Dragon did they... We got Ocean Drake? That's actually really helpful. And they got Mountain Drake.
So they'll be able to take towers and various monsters in the jungle a lot easier. The mid TP was probably a little unnecessary. I think that spooked Fizz into leaving. Otherwise we probably could have gone him there. Yeah. The Ocean Dragon buff is very helpful. Oh, my team got that earlier. It's going to periodically heal me, which combined with Garen's already really good sustain is just going to be very helpful. They have the enemy team managed to get the Mountain Drake buff, which grants them bonus damage against these towers and enemy monsters in the jungle, which is that forest area I've been running through, and the river area.
DEMACIA marches as one. Forget why we fight.
And as you can see, I'm already tankier than Fizz is, just going by our health bars, even though he's been building health, and I have been building some health. Phage and Spectre Scout both have a bit of health attached to them.
Marches as one.
Like I said, his base damages are all magic damage. I see you there, Fiddle.
For DEMACIA.
Some of you might be wondering what that giant sword above Fiddlesticks' head was. That's Garen's ultimate. Yes. My ultimate is an execute ability.
Has destroyed a
I do a massive amount of damage to the enemy that increases based on how low their health is.
Double kill.
Enemies that have been killing my teammates, though, gain stats as the villain, which means my ult does true damage to them, which bypasses all of their resistances. Normally it does magic damage, but it does true damage if they're the villain, which is amazing. It can easily end up doing 2,500 damage.
Fear not.
Yes, waste your escape, Fizz.
Yes. You can see the creep score. I have 108, Fizz has 98, so... I am keeping him down. He's not getting anywhere near as strong as he would otherwise.
I bring justice.
Oh, that.
And that's why everyone hates Playful Trickster.
We fight.
Killing spree.
Yeah. I just used my Flash Summoner spell to get that. That's on a 5-minute cooldown. And that's a very valuable spell. And he would have died had he been any other champion. That's just how the game works. I'm gonna have a hard time killing Fizz, but like I said, I don't need to kill him. I've been keeping him from getting gold, and I've been keeping him from getting the items he needs. I've been keeping him from wandering around the map and killing my teammates. Which, as Garen, is really what I want to be doing. Yeah. I'm not running Teleport, I'm running Ignite as my summoner spells. So... my goal isn't so much to be running around the map as it is to constantly be pushing top lane and to pull the enemy team up here.
An enemy has been slain.
I stand ready. In the king's name.
Oh shit. That's bad. That is bad.
Worst death of the game.
Yes, the Lucian started to throw warning signals because he saw the fiddle there and I did not.
It was my own fault. It was my own fault.
And it really was. It's completely my own fault. I had a ward down there, I should have been able to see Fiddle. And he probably was there. It's my own fault for not being aware of the map. Grab Boots of Swiftness, so that we can do a lot of running.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Forge onward.
See, that is the Cloud Drake. That's going to give us a bunch of movement speed. That's going to be pretty helpful as well for this build. Alright, the next drain that comes down should be the Elder Drain, which will increase all the other buffs we have.
Keep pace.
But yeah, that monster we slayed down here earlier is giving me this Glimpse of the Void buff, where when I'm on my own, I have no allied champions nearby, I take 5% reduced damage, and build up these stacks of corruption. At 100 stacks, I do bonus damage.
And I should probably not be pushing this because they're all around here. And they took my ward out. Why did I fall for this again? I really should not have. Oh, but I'm gonna get away. Yeah. That's the good thing with this build that I'm running on Garen. You get tanky enough that they can't kill you quickly. But you're also fast enough that you can get away from otherwise untenable situations like that.
Double kill.
Just taking this little monster in the river is called the Scuttle Crab, and what it does is it gives us vision of this area and a little movement speed buff if we walk through it.
This world needs hope.
And because of the Ocean Drake and my passive, which is healing me for 83 health every 5 seconds, I can just go right back to split pushing after that, even though I lost most of my health in that fight. And I'll just keep pulling them top lane.
I bring justice.
Alright, we are just going to run away from that. I didn't play that well. Oh, can we do this around here?
Rampage.
That Vigor. That Vigor. Amazing champion. Not sure how well he's actually playing because I haven't been focusing on what's going on in his lane. But... ah, shit. I myself am not playing that well, but I blame that on being tired. It's rather early in the morning. Alright, Shivani got that turret, which will give us a large amount of gold, and will help us buy items. Specifically, we want to get a Dead Man's Plate. They don't have a lot of attack damage, but their turrets are really hurting me, so I want the armor. And the additional movement speed that Dead Man's Plate gives me will be very helpful. Credit to Vigor for surviving that long. I was expecting them to kill him a lot quicker. I'm disappointed. I haven't been able to get a good ult off just because they've been shutting me down every time I try. Either they just leave or Fiddle fears me and forces me to walk away.
For DEMACIA. Our deeds shape the future. Protect our land. Keep faith in yourself.
Now, the downside to what I'm doing is it means I'm not grouped up with my team for when they're fighting. But my team is doing well enough that that's not being an issue. I do still contribute because by pulling members of the team, like Caitlyn here, who's a... there you go, that's a good Garen ult right there. As you see, I was tanky enough to just stand under the tower and fight her and not die. And we'll pop some of these snare traps. Better pop them now than we're in combat.
Oh shit. Damn. That was my own fault. I shouldn't have flashed there. I figured I was too greedy for the kill. The thing is, Fiddle has an ability called Fear, which makes you turn around and walk slowly away from him, and you can't do anything else while that's happening. Which meant I dived in, he feared me, the tower was attacking me while this was happening because I damaged Fiddlesticks, and then Nivea came up and did more damage to me. Completely blew me up. My own fault.
Shut down. Double kill.
Yeah, I think we can sell the Doran Shield now, and that'll let us buy the Dead Man's Plate.
Enemy rampage.
Let's see. Probably want to upgrade this to a Spirit Visage soon. Either that. It'll be either Spirit Visage first and then Sterix Gauge, or Sterix Gauge and Spirit Visage. They're both helpful in this instance. Sterix Gauge will give me a shield upon taking a certain amount of damage, which is very helpful because a lot of their damage is based around burst. Large amounts delivered in a short amount. Large amounts of damage delivered in a short amount of time. Which the gauge will counter. Spirit Visage, though, will buff my healing and will give me more magic resistance.
Which will be helpful since their entire team except Caitlyn is magic damage based. This is a bit of a rough team to play Garen into, just because of how slippery they are. They have enough crowd control that they can keep me from doing a lot of my damage. But it's not too bad. I'm a decent Garen, regardless of whatever my play has shown. Haha. That wasn't a kill steal, it was a kill secured. Also, after all the bullcrap he put me through in lane, I kinda deserved that. Oh, they actually managed to steal the Baron, that's annoying. Ah, that's shielding. Oh, this is bad. And this is the cue for me to leave. Thank you, team, for saving me in my idiocy. Yeah, when I hit level 16, my passive healing will be incredibly crazy. Until that point, though. That was a really good play from the enemy Fiddlesticks to take the Baron that way. I think it will need to be the Spirit Visage. I need more magic resist to survive that kind of thing. Sterix Gauge only works for a short amount of time. We still are winning, though. We have the advantage. Like, the goal is to break into their base and destroy this thing, or this thing in our case. And you have to do that by breaking down the towers in each lane. So, as you can see, we've broken down basically every tower in each lane and are at their base. We still have plenty of towers left. We've only lost one, they've lost 6.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I probably should leave top lane and try and contribute more, but I am still... Kills are not what decide the game. They help, but they aren't what decides it. What decides the game is objectives. And coming up here and taking objectives like this is going to do a better job deciding the game than running around killing people. Yes.
Aha! Calculated.
Be bold. Be just.
And there's that beautiful Garen health regeneration. Yes, that was actually calculated. I was making I knew I had the health to survive because he wasn't ulting me. Alright.
For DEMACIA.
When they go for the league community. And Nami is somehow survived that. I don't know how, but oh, it's an Earth Drain that time. That's going to be very helpful. Alright, we got the dragons. Sweet. Now we need to deal with their team. And their team is retreating, which is probably for the best. Because at this point I think we can basically just walk into their base.
Fear not. I'm coming.
Yeah, since I broke this tower down earlier, you can just come in and take this. But yes, this will spawn super minions in our top lane, which will... oh, damn it! I was hoping I was out of range.
Enemy double.
I said Flash is a valuable spell earlier. It's valuable, but, you know, the number of times where you flash and die anyway is going to be fairly high regardless.
An ally has been slain. Shut down.
I think we still came out ahead on that, even if we did lose 3 people and potentially more. Because we took a second tower and an inhibitor, and we're most of the way to that inhibitor, which means I can just run up there and take that when I spawn in. Now then. Yes, we have Spirit Visage, which is giving us 500 health and 55 magic resist, and 200% base health regen, which I believe is the passive. It increases all healing received by 25%, including from my passive, and 10% cooldown reduction.
Forge onward.
Banshees? Banshees Veil is the other big magic resist. Yeah, it grants 700 magic resist.
We fight.
Yeah, they had a big mid-season update recently, and that changed how a bunch of items works. Like, the dragons didn't always work like that either. So...
Oh god, 3 of them. But it doesn't matter, because I'm Garen, and thus I'm too fast. Here's like 478 pace movement speed. That is huge.
Protect our land.
Bit of a waste of CC there. He feared me while I was stunned, so the fear didn't actually do anything for most of that.
For DEMACIA.
See, I can't get up there in time to save Shyvana, but I can take this inhibitor, which is what I'm going to do. See, that right there, from Fiddlesticks, was a correct use of Flash. Learn from his example, don't learn from mine. And I believe this should be where we win. Because we have minions breaking down 2 lanes and are sieging the Nexus, and they're all dead. So yeah, this should be our victory. Barring some horrible, horrible freak accident. Come on, come on. Fizz is back up. There we go. Tower's down. This one's... And there we go. That's Garen in the top lane, everyone. Yeah. And we earned an S rank. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe.